Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. Y'all might be trimming some hedges. Listen, trim your hedges. We don't need no overgrown situations going on. The man is outside trimming hedges, okay? You could be trimming the fat off of something. This could be chicken, meat of some kind. This could be yourself. Anyway, you guys could be slimming down and cleaning up the debris. All right. Some of y'all got a roommate that shaves in the shower and they don't clean up their fucking hair. And you need to tell them about that. You need to have a conversation. And if you've already had a conversation about that, just pray about what Spirit is telling you to do. Okay? Because there needs to be cleanliness, okay, with the hair and the, sharing spaces, okay? We're not about to be doing all that, all right? And I don't know if there's something that you could do. I don't know. I'm not saying be petty. But we need to be able to have communication and adult conversations about adult things or be mature about what we are doing, especially when it involves other people. So say what you need to say, Pisces. Anyway, we're going to see what you need to know at this time in regards to the situations that you could be dealing with, okay? We're going to start with these Angels of Abundance Oracle cards. I hope you're all doing well. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Hype up the video. Hype up the video, you guys. If you can, please do so. It should be where the comments section is located. You should see 3 dots and be able to scroll to the right and hype up the video. If you don't see it, I don't know what to tell you. It's a little spotty, okay? Get in the comments. Let me know if it resonates, you guys. If you want to book a personal reading or you want to book any of my services, the link is in the description box below. If you have booked or would like to book a Premier Pen Pal email service, you are going to get a confirmation email with further instructions and more details. If you do book that service, you have to follow the instructions on the email. It will come to you. Make sure you check your spam and your junk folders. But I set it up to where hopefully it won't go to those folders. But just based on your settings, just in case, if you have booked that service and you have not received the confirmation email with next steps and further instructions, you may want to check those folders. And also, if you book a personal reading, make sure to read the please read section of the website, okay, before booking your reading, you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to everyone who's donated or contributed to the channel. Shout out to all my members and subscribers. It must have been some company or some infiltrators in here because I had to talk in the beginning of this reading. So let's go ahead and get into it for Pisces, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration. Father, Mother God, what is the message that you want Pisces to know at this time, Spirit? Unlimited ideas. Okay, so you have an unlimited reservoir or resource of ideas. Intuitively, I feel like a lot of your ideas have been stolen, but a lot of those individuals, energies, entities, people who stole your ideas don't have an unlimited reservoir. They don't have an unlimited connection to source or creativity to create these ideas themselves. So it's like no matter how much people steal from you, no matter how much people take from you, even though I understand it's not right, there's going to be a time where that connection or that access runs out and Spirit is going to cut it off, or it doesn't work the same way for them as it works for you. So just know that if anybody is plagiarizing you or taking your ideas, you can come up with new ideas. Just move forward. Try not to dwell on it, even though it is bullshit. try not to dwell on it. Just move on and know that, like, bitch, the only reason why you're stealing from me is because you can't figure it out yourself. Raggedy hoe. Because you have no creativity, bitch. Also, if you had an idea about something or you wanted something to work a certain way, thought it was going to work out a certain way, and it turns out that it doesn't work out the way you thought, you are being advised by Spirit right now that you have an unlimited connection to Source, to where if one idea doesn't work, you can easily come up with another one, okay? Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So this is a message where Spirit is saying, like, if you have ideas about things that you want to do, or you have a desire to create something here, don't second guess yourself. Don't be like, oh no, I'll do it tomorrow. No, do something towards it today. Right? They're giving you these ideas because these are the things that are going to bring blessings and abundance into your life. There was an idea that I had that I didn't do this last week, but it was because I was tired, child. I was so exhausted. And you guys see that the readings have not been coming out like every day for the past few days, because I took Labor Day to just sit the fuck down. And I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? But there are times where we have ideas where we're like, dang, I should do this. Or, wow, that sounds like a good idea. That's like a genius idea. But then we never follow through. We never carry it out. We never initiate it. And that's kind of like blocking a blessing, because it's like whatever you're praying for, asking for, if Spirit is trying to give you the answer through this creativity, that is your superpower. So don't underestimate it, Pisces. Okay. Do the work is at the bottom. A lot of purple energy. Third eye, crown chakra energy. Do the work says it's not enough to dream or pray. See, you see what I'm saying? You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So, excuse me, Lord. The creative idea is one thing. The epiphany, the light bulb moment is one thing. Carrying it out, following through is what you have to do now. I feel like you guys already have a good idea and you want to carry it out, but you haven't been taking steps towards carrying it out in the physical. And that's what Spirit is trying to get you to do. Cooperation instead of competition. Okay. Also, with this unlimited ideas and do the work, if you guys thought about something and maybe forgot, you didn't write it down, you feel like, damn, that was a great idea and I forgot. Don't worry. Spirit is going to send you the idea again, or they're going to deviate it in some way towards something else, and you're going to get the clarity, okay? Cooperation instead of competition says what's yours is yours and no one can take it from you. There's no need to compete, as there's an abundance for all. You have complete access to unlimited abundance for yourself and to share with others. With cooperative partnership, you can accomplish anything. Yeah. So there could be some type of collaboration or partnership that's coming up in the near future. But I feel like more so than anything else, if there's an idea that you have that requires you to work with other people, don't hesitate to do that. If there's a situation where you're kind of like seeing someone else have an idea that you had, and maybe they get more recognition for it, take it as like a win, because there's some way, in some way, shape, or form, I feel personally, this is my personal opinion, bitch, I feel that as a collective, if we are connected in that way and high vibing people come up with the same ideas, at some point or another, that energy comes back and rewards you, whether it's through projects or endeavors that you already have going, or whether it's in the form of another idea or a way to take advantage of that idea on your own time. Like, if you have an idea and I have an idea, but you do it and I don't do it, my collective energy that kind of like was corded to you helped you to facilitate or bring that idea to life, my energy went into it as well. So it's kind of like it's like when a bunch of people invest in developing property, right? Everybody gets a cut because they all put energy or time or money or effort into developing that property. And even though the person who is the property developer may get the majority of the cut, the contractors, the workers, the employees, you know what I mean? Everybody involved gets a cut as well. It just may be a different size. So it's up to you to, number one, write down the ideas that you get, take action on the ideas that you get when you get the idea, and don't be afraid to work with other people, okay? So what is this about? Why is Pisces getting this message? Oh my goodness. Thrills today. So you're going to get excited about something today. Thrill says continuous cycles, bad decisions, addictions. Today says good vibes, now in the moment. Yeah. So some of you guys have a habit of getting excited about something and then not following through. Spirit is wanting you to shy away from that. Spirit is wanting you to kind of like leave that in the past. They want you to get excited about things and actually follow through with those things. Like sometimes I feel like you guys get excited and you're like, oh my God, fired up, and then you lose interest really quickly. And then you get fired up about something else and then you lose interest really quickly if you don't take action on it consistently. So I feel like there's a need for you to start something or do something or write something down today and then consistently put an effort towards it as time progresses forward. We have masked, hiding, concealing, deception, and feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, mothering. Okay. So this is either a mask that you're wearing or a mask that someone else is wearing around you. Take it how it resonates, okay? Somebody is very much so in the moment. There's this energy of being in the moment with this thrills and this today card. YOLO energy, you only live once. Instead of like being in that more calm feminine energy of receiving. What is this? Hopeless, loss, depression, self-inflicted deletion. Yeah, so there's this energy of, I feel like this is kind of like what's going on around you. There's this energy of people who are really like YOLO, you only live once, being in the moment, excusing bad decisions, excusing continuous cycles, and excusing addictions and bad behavior with like, oh, you gotta, you gotta have the vibe now. You gotta feel the vibe right now. Fear of missing out, FOMO, YOLO, acronyms, someone's initials, I don't know. But there's this like, there's this mask of being in the moment, YOLO and FOMO, that is masking this like feeling of loss, this feeling of hopelessness, depression. Harmonies at the bottom says balance, peace, happiness. And toxic says drama, arguments, incompatible. The feminine energy is calm. That's why I feel like that feminine energy card came out. The feminine energy is calm. The feminine energy allows and leaves space and receives and is not pressured by the constraints of man-made things like time. And it kind of feels like that's the energy that spirit wants you to be in. They don't want you to feel rushed. They don't want you to feel all of this pressure. They don't want you to be in this energy of like, do it now, 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 you know? It's like more relaxed, because I feel like that energy is of like, do it now, do it now, do it now, rushing, pressure, forcing, YOLO, you know, FOMO, all this other shit is something that can spiral quickly into those masked feelings of depression, loss, hopelessness, anxiety, drama. Ooh, excuse me. It's kind of like people who give up on harmony and balance and peace and happiness with that slow, methodical energy. It's like people give up on that. People don't believe in it anymore. People are hopeless about it. They don't believe that it can exist. They don't believe that they can achieve it. So they have to live this fast life. And I told y'all in that other reading, fast money goes fast or something like that. And barely anybody watched that. And I get it, because, you know, it's not an eye-catching title. But it's like, that's, if you didn't watch that reading, that's the energy that a lot of people are in. That Scrooge on the thumbnail. And just so you guys know, if you see the thumbnails change, it's because there's this feature on YouTube where you can test out different thumbnails. You can test out up to 3 thumbnails on your channel and see which one performs the best. So that's why you see them changing, because I choose whichever one performs the best. And you may see one thumbnail and then you're going to see it change because I end up choosing the one that does the best in the algorithm. It's just the nature of the beast, bitch. I'm tired of the whole game. I really don't give a fuck. I don't care about subscriber count. I don't care about views for real. But I do feel like sometimes when these readings connect like this and people don't necessarily watch the video as much, it could be because it's a very niche audience that this is resonating with, or it just could be because the energy is kind of like mysterious or hidden, where there's an obstruction when it comes to people identifying what's actually going on, or when it comes to the controlling forces allowing us to see what's really going on. What's really going on is that there's a lot of people who could be around you wearing these masks that try to cover up their hopelessness with bad decisions and living in the moment and believing that that's how they're going to receive, when in reality, being in the more slow, methodical, patient, feminine energy is the true source of where the balance is going to come from. And those types of sporadic, erratic actions and emotions are only going to create this perpetual feeling of hopelessness and toxicity. Okay? Somebody could be addicted to like shrooms. I also feel like those like statues, like you see these rocks right here. I've been decorating in The Sims. I'm super tired. I was up till like 4 o'clock in the morning. Sorry. But I'm not sorry. I was up till like 4 o'clock in the morning because, y'all, let me tell you, for my sim, come on to the front, my simmers. Come to the front, bitch. Come to the front. We need to talk about what's going on. First of all, Sims done pissed me off with this damn update that they did, breaking all the goddamn mods. However, a lot of the major mods that I use, I really just use MC Command Center, definitely Wicked Whims, bitch. You already know the vibes. And then, what else? Pregnancy Overhaul mod. I think the childbirth mod. If this is not for you, fast forward to when you see me pull some more cards, okay? But for my sim Pisces, come on to the front. The mods that I use in my game: MC Command Center, Carl's Dine Out mod, so we can use the restaurants properly. Pregnancy Overhaul mod, which I think is from Little Miss Sam. Childbirth mod, I think that's Panda Sama or something like that. I use a map replacement. Lumpino's First Impressions mod. Roberki Fitness, to make sure the Sims don't just get fat and obese in like 3 days, because that's ridiculous. And then I have a bunch of cast CC, like clothing, furniture, rooms, things like that, and then like Wicked Whims. But then I also have other mods that I use in the game that I've had to kind of like take out of my game right now. They haven't been updated. So Sims really piss me off because I like to control any sim. I like to use the UI cheats and extensions, better build by, all that type of stuff. Steady sit mod. Anyway, basemental rugs, okay? Listen, my game be popping, bitch. It be fun. But at the end of the day, I had an issue with my files getting corrupted. When the game updated, some of my files got corrupted. And I tried to go back and like revert to a previous save. Child, I ended up deleting everything by accident. I tried to recover it, didn't work. So all of the progress that I made in the 2 save files that I already had was just gone. So I had to make a new save file. Then when I made the new save file, because of what they did with the update, the sim that I created, basically I went to the map after I got out of cast to put her in a house. And the bitch just disappeared. I put her in the house and it said, oop, error message, bitch. Think again. And she just disappeared. And I was like distraught. I was sitting here at my desk like crying. My kids were like, oh my God, is it The Sims? This happened this weekend, right? So because I am the savvy bitch that I am, and I am not a person who likes technology, but I'm a person who can thrive and deal with technology, I recovered my motherfucking sim and I got her back. And we done started this thing up. And I got a whole situation plan, and I will tell y'all about it later. But this is one of the decorations in the custom content that looks like this. There's like this rock thing like this, and it just reminded me of that. Like there's something about like decor around your home, that feminine energy, decorating your home, the way that you create ambiance and feng shui in your space. That's very important to facilitate a flow of creativity and a flow of ideas that I feel like Spirit is also trying to highlight as well. And this could be in any space that you have. This could be at your desk at work. This could be in your car. If you are a person who travels a lot for work, or you do a lot of rideshare or Uber Eats, DoorDash type of things, create that ambiance in your space. Get you an air freshener in your car that gives you maybe like the cinnamon vibes, or something very helps you focus or helps you relax, or things like that to create the vibe that you want in your space. And there may be some things that you can move around. There may be some things that you can dust off. But I feel like that feminine energy, peace, balance, harmony, receiving, being patient, allowing for things to transpire and take place without putting too much force on it, without trying to control it, without being so caught up with like the results, the numbers, whatever it is that you could get swept up in, is going to be very significant when it comes to you being successful and finding those partnerships that are collaborative instead of competitive. Okay. And finding that success that's more in the flow versus restriction on the flow. Okay. Period. Put a period. Make sure you have a pad or a tampon in case you start your period. Man, my Sims be having periods too. It is crazy. I make sure I go get them pads and them tampons. If I have feminine Sims, as soon as they come out, they get their pads, they get their tampons, they get all of their little stuff that they need. And then they go to the doctor and get their birth control, because, honey, we not about to be popping out a bunch of babies in neighborhood stories just because y'all can. I had to delete 2 fucking random ass babies that Don Lothario over there with the Calientes, which that's a weird situation. I had to delete a baby that bitch adopted. The mama. Okay, she adopted a random little brown baby, and I was like, if you don't get your ass out of here, I went and deleted the baby. I ain't got no ties to this baby. I don't care. I deleted the baby. And then the land grabs, I gotta go delete they little random brown baby. It's ridiculous. And how is the game, bitch? How is my game simulating and mirroring what is going on in the world? It's a bunch of white folks adopting little brown babies. What? Pisces, it's a joke. Relax. Okay, let's just see what you need to know, dolls. We're not about to complicate shit. I'm tired of it being complicated, okay? What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know, Spirit? I feel like actually with the do the work at the bottom, a lot of you guys are already doing the work. And you're just getting more and more ideas or more and more caveats to your ideas that are helping you develop in the way that Spirit kind of is guiding you towards, okay? What is the message for Pisces? What does Pisces need to know? 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, okay? So someone's trying to force you to be in this energy of the 9 of Wands, because they're standing behind you and kind of like lurking and wanting you to be nervous and intimidated and scared and, you know, all of this stuff so that you can react and respond to their petty behavior. I feel like you have reiterated over and over again to a person that you're not going to fight with them, you're not going to argue with them, or you've been very clear and assertive and not dominant per se, but like assertive, clearly communicating, showing not only what you say through your words, but through your actions. And it's about you not being in a position where you're going to like argue or fight with somebody. I feel like you definitely do want something really bad. And I feel like this time you're not giving up. But I also feel like you are exhausted and you're tired and you're just going to do it your way, I feel like right now. I also feel like you guys are more afraid of giving up again than you are of facing whatever demons could be trying to fight you or attack you. Ace of Swords and the 4 of Cups. There's clarity about a situation here. I feel like you guys understand that you have to make a sacrifice in a situation that you want to achieve. Like whatever it is that you want to have victory in, whatever it is that you want to be successful at, you know that there's a lot to gain, but you also realize that there could be a lot that you must sacrifice. I feel like your goal or whatever you want to achieve is definitely something attainable, but you have to make these sacrifices or compromises or offerings to Spirit or to whatever God you serve, child, in order to get what it is that you want. I feel like you can see yourself moving forward, but I also feel like there's a lot of apprehension to where it's like your mind is kind of leaning towards this place of feeling like, damn, is it actually going to work out? Because something is definitely kind of like stuck or blocked. You definitely feel like you're fighting an uphill battle in a situation. And I just feel like you're tired of constantly feeling that energy. Okay, so what is the message, Spirit? Because that message kind of forced itself out. What do you want Pisces to know? Star reversed. What do you want Pisces to know? Wheel of Fortune. What do you want Pisces to know? I see. Oh, okay. I see. Now, a situation that feels hopeless right now is going to shift. It's going to change. Maybe in Sagittarius season, this is fixed sign energy, which is Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. So we've already been through Leo season. We've already been through Aquarius season this year. We've already been through Taurus season this year. So it goes Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and then Scorpio. So we're just coming out of Leo energy. So Leo season more than likely was very significant in this chain of events, in this timeline. Also, Scorpio season is going to be very significant, which is going to be the end of October, early November, and then that moves into Sagittarius. I also feel like February during Aquarius season in 2026. Also, March Pisces season is going to be significant. And then Taurus, it continues, okay? But right now, Leo season, think back on what happened. As we move forward right now, what you need to focus on is putting in the work and the effort that you need to put in every single day in Virgo season, building up that, like, it's like you building some savings up or building something up in a reservoir. It kind of feels like you, like, collecting herbs or water or foraging and then building up your reservoir, your pantry of supplies for Scorpio and Sagittarius season. This could be something like for the winter. There's some type of hibernation going on in the winter. There could be a strong snowstorm or weather event in your local area that makes it difficult to gain resources. So I feel like there's something that's shifting in Scorpio season going into Sagittarius season that allows you to build up this reservoir. As a whole, look at the Five of Swords at the bottom. Ain't that some crazy shit? I feel like you're evaluating all of the decisions that you've made up until this point that you may be a little bit disappointed about. I feel like you see clearly ways that you got distracted, ways that you never tried, ways that you gave up too soon, ways that you may have pushed too fucking hard. I feel like you're evaluating the whole of what you've experienced and you're looking at these situations from a higher perspective than what you were originally. You were on the ground. You were very close to the problem. You were very attached to the issue or to what you desired. And now you're seeing it from a higher perspective, which is showing you that basically whatever this feeling of hopelessness is going to change starting in Virgo season. And it's because of things that are scheduled to happen in Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, and Pisces season moving into Taurus next year. Okay. I feel like you guys are making good decisions. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Leo, a Taurus, or Scorpio, Sagittarius, you yourself, Pisces, a Virgo, or an Aries. Maybe even Libra. Oh, here he go. Here he go. That man is on a job every week. On time, bitch. He come at different days. Well, maybe he don't. Maybe I just don't pay attention. Probably I don't pay attention. Anyway. I feel like there is somebody who's envious and jealous of you at this time because they don't have that same connection to source. They're not as influential. They're trying to swap that hopeless destiny onto you. They want to give it to you, child. I'm trying to see if these little flutters are going to come in my window. I don't think so. I know it's loud, thank you, man. Cosmo, you want to go sit in your brother's room? What's the Five of Swords? Oh. What's the star reversed? King of Swords. Strong Aquarius energy, Libra energy, maybe Gemini, but it could be Leo as well. I don't really get Gemini. Yeah. Bitch. And I said the Five of Swords by accident. So it's a strong Aquarius, Leo, or Libra energy who's very envious and jealous. This is a man who's feeling really hopeless, masculine energy right here on the card. There's a man that is wanting to... They want some type of justice. They want some type of revenge. That's why the Justice card didn't come out. The Five of Swords came out because it's petty. It's not actual justice. It's shallow victories, hollow victories, which keeps coming up. And it's like somebody wants to move forward with some type of plan that they have, What's the King of Swords with the star reversed? King of Pentacles reversed. This is a broke ass nigga. And I don't care if they white, black, Asian, Indonesian, in the middle, African, Caribbean. This is a broke ass nigga. There's the Empress energy. And the 8 of Swords. I feel like that's that masked card as well. It's like, you know, I feel like somebody is trying to hide from this Empress energy, or they're trying to confuse this Empress energy, blind this Empress energy, put a mask over their face so they can't see the abundance that's developing for them. And this could be you. This could be your mother. This could be a feminine energy. This could be an older woman. There's an older woman or this mature woman or this Empress energy that I feel like is indicative of the stars. She's got stars on her head, that is attached to this broke ass man who just wants to continue to be petty and vengeful and win at all costs because they feel like they deserve to keep siphoning this feminine energy's energy. Yeah. Magician and the 8 of Cups. I'm going to say 6 of Cups. Tower. And the Strength. But somebody's going to have the courage to walk away or to disconnect all of a sudden. Maybe that was you. You could be feeling hopeless because you know who this feminine is, or you know who this masculine is, or you're this masculine, or damn, I didn't mean to say that. I was trying to say you're this feminine. Anyway, some of you could be a masculine who is balanced and put together, and you have another masculine energy who's trying to mooch off of somebody. Like you could have a brother, right? You could be a man and you have a brother who's trying to mooch off the mother, or this could be 2 sons, 2 grown children, and their mother is older, and the mother is maybe physically not as healthy or going through some type of illness or ailment, and one of the brothers is trying to mooch off of the mother or mooch off of the feminine energy. And you may be the one who sees this nonsense and bullshit going on. I feel like it's an air sign. It's either an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Leo masculine. Okay, maybe yeah, Aquarius, Leo, or Libra masculine. Feminine, Ace of Cups. Feminine is more than likely a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Libra. That don't have nothing to give. Well, not the feminine. I'm thinking of this, I'm looking at this King of Pentacles reversed. That's crazy. What came out with that Empress? 8 of Swords. That's what it was. It feels like a broke-ass, grown-ass man who's mooching off their mama. Or a broke-ass, grown-ass man who's trying to find a wealthy woman and trap her. With, like, suave, slick communication, manipulative communication. This could have been you. That they tried to trap. But I just feel like somebody was trying to manipulate some type of emotional attachment, and you didn't fall for the emotional attachment. What's the Wheel of Fortune? Oh, my Lord. About to drop all the cards, child. 6 of Pentacles. So this energy is like going away. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is here, because I almost dropped the cards. Hangman, or 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Hangman. So this feeling of being stuck, literally waiting for a blessing, waiting for a miracle, more than likely financially, more than likely monetarily, time, energy, money, effort, anything tangible. The feeling of being stuck, waiting on this to like transpire or take place is going to change, more than likely around Scorpio season, Sagittarius season, towards the end of the year. Okay, Page of Pentacles. There's some type of good news that you've been waiting for that's coming in when it comes to a large investment that you made. There's that Ace of Swords, the sacrifice that you made. That you have literally protected with your life. It's been physically draining. But this is a victory. This is the victory that you saw when you set out to do whatever you set out to do. That you've been dealing with so much backlash for believing in. Like, if this is you believing in yourself, this is the victory that you saw you would have for believing in yourself. If you started a business or, wanted to change careers or do whatever it is that you wanted to fucking do. This is the victory that you saw for yourself, that you've been fighting so hard for against this person who has this Five of Swords energy. It's like they talk a big game, but they really broke as fuck. Again, Aquarius energy, Leo energy, Libra energy, and I'm getting Virgo with the King of Pentacles reversed. It's like there's also this shift of what your priority is. Your priorities or what's important to you may change each day, but that's fine because I feel like that's you following the signs that are showing up for you, that basically Spirit put there to lead you to your victory, right? You've turned your back on someone who's very selfish, self-centered, shallow, envious, jealous. Yeah, and the Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups, Two of Wands. Yeah. This could be a family member. This could be somebody you have a family with who's a burden, or they try to force situations on you or force you to feel a certain way. And it's like, I just feel like you're prioritizing what's important to you each and every day. You've turned your back on this person and they're feeling hopeless behind the scenes because the shift I feel is something that's been going on behind the scenes that's starting to come to the surface. And now people are starting to feel it, whether it's a collective shift, a universal shift, a planetary shift, or whether it's a shift of you making changes behind the scenes that are now becoming clear. People are starting to feel it. What's the Nine of Pentacles? Judgment. Scorpio energy. A wake up call. A phone call. This could also just be an awakening, a rebirth, some type of clarity, a crossroads. It's a decision. So you're going to make a decision in the near future to call someone out or to wake something up or to reinvigorate something. And this is wise because you already have a strong foundation, even if it's not like inherently obvious that this is going to work. There's a strong foundation here that you set where you can stand on what your experience is, or you can stand on your experience. You can stand on your reputation, your prior knowledge. It kind of feels like you could be coming into a new job or a new situation where you already have the experience or you already have proven yourself, to where it's like you stand out because you already been through certain things, like something like that. A decision is being made. What's the Judgment with the Nine of Pentacles? Ace of Swords. Yeah. This is clarity. This is Spirit, God, Universe, Source showing you clarity or confirming to you that you were correct in your presumptions about victory. You were correct in your intuition when it comes to something working out or being successful. Yeah. Something that you're very confident about, that you see the potential in. You didn't have really a lot of security. You didn't have a backup plan. You didn't have a plan B. Pregnancy, bitch. It's like you were confident in the success of something or the potential for success that something had. And I feel like you're making a decision to stand on that. Some of you are making a decision to keep a child, even though you're going to be a single parent and you know that the father is like a broke ass nigga. Some of you are deciding to stick with a business, even though there may be signs that you shouldn't stick with it, but you're going to stick with it anyway. You know, it's like Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. It's like you feel the victory. You feel intrinsically that something is going to go well or it's going to work out, regardless of the tangible signs. And whatever tangible signs that you receive, you're focusing on prioritizing priorities. I don't know how else to explain that, but that's what I feel, okay? Pretty much. Let me see. All in all, I feel like anything that looks hopeless right now is going to shift and change by Scorpio season and Sagittarius season. The choice that you're making right now, the choices that you're making right now are indicative of the results that you're going to receive around this time in Virgo season. It's like Spirit is telling you now through little signs and synchronicities that the decision you're making right now is going to pay off later. Okay. Spotlight, limelight, audience, self-absorbed, the X, unfaithful love triangle, X in question. Somebody is threatened by your influence or your visibility or the fact that you're in the spotlight. Someone doesn't want you to be this star, but we saw the star card come out, so it really doesn't matter what the fuck they want. I feel like they're jealous too. No contact, block, silent treatment, cut off communication. So you finally blocked your ex out all the way. Not just physical, not just emotional, but also mental, spiritual. You blocked them. There's no content. There's no connection. Content. I meant to say contact. I don't know. Maybe they can't see your profile or your content. I don't know. Maybe they're not influencing your content. I don't know. But somebody from your past who was not loyal to you, they were very disloyal. I feel like they didn't want you to get this spotlight or they didn't want you to be in the spotlight. But since you fully cut them off, like you disconnected all the cords successfully, there's something that you're about to receive, and this person is going to be very jealous of it. And that's weird because I don't know if y'all saw the community post, but when I did the monthly readings on the Nutcase Network, if you haven't checked that out, all of my channels are in the link tree. Go subscribe. Don't be a dumb bitch. There's messages everywhere. Anyway, that reading was weird because when I was trying to upload the file so that I could upload it to the channel, I was trying to get Siri to spell jealousy. And I kept saying to spell jealousy, and she kept saying, if you feel like this is serious or you need me to call someone you trust. I did it several fucking times, but when I specified spell the word jealousy, then she spelled it, right? And I put it on the community tab, so you can go look at the pictures. I took screenshots, and it basically gave me the vibe that someone is very envious and jealous of you, but it's not really that serious. Like, there's no need for you to take it that seriously because support is like waiting for you. It kind of feels like Spirit is on call, waiting. When somebody's on call, it means that they're ready and waiting. So it's like Spirit is ready and waiting to defend you or raise the alarm if need be. Yeah, pictures, regrets, missing you, reminiscing. Determined, persistent, still holding on, flowers and gifts. Yeah. But this is not them wanting to give you flowers and gifts. This person is determined and persistent to still hold on because you receive flowers and gifts. You give that feminine energy. Avoidance and hiding, feeling guilty, no communication. Yeah. But now that you cut communication fully, I feel like you guys fully cut a cord. I feel like you guys really don't have any connections or ties to this person. If you do, it's like ghosts in the machine. You're avoiding someone and they're determined not to allow you to be free because they don't want you to receive this spotlight or recognition that they've been fighting so hard for you not to get. Opposites attract. Dating. Inferno. Stubborn. Infatuation. Snooping. See what I'm saying? Whoever this is very stubborn. They're obsessed with you. They want to find out information, but they're being blocked. I don't know, but there's some type of chaos, job loss, or something crumbling in their life. Opposites attract says lessons, not your usual type, different spiritual beliefs. This person wasn't in alignment with you. And I feel like there was a connection there because opposites do attract. But I feel like you recognized how shallow and self-centered and selfish someone is, how petty someone is, how insignificant they are, and they're just a toxic person. I feel like this is a sign that a lot of the toxic influences and connections in your life are unstable, right? It feels like the cords and the connections that you had to these people, places, and things, nouns, is unstable. Addictions, bad advice, wrong crowd. Cold shoulder, breakup, distance, separation. See what I'm saying? Not only did we get avoidance and cold shoulder, but we got no contact. And that's just what I feel like this is. Okay. What is the spotlight pictures? Opposites attract, dating. Yeah, somebody regrets or is sad. They refuse to let go. That's just all it is. They refuse to move on. They refuse to let go. Everything is falling apart around them. And the only thing that they can focus on is that you're getting recognition that they don't want you to have. Whether it's through your dating life, whether it's through your career, whether it's through just you having peace. They're left out. You abandoned them. They feel abandoned. You gave them the cold shoulder. You cut off all contact. And they're wanting to be this wet blanket third wheel. You know, they're like a plague victim. You want to stay as far. You're basically treating them like they have the plague. That's what it is. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. We already saw the 5 of Swords. We saw the 5 of Wands. This person wants to create conflict and competition, and you're just not doing it. You're not going to fight. You're not going to argue. You're telling motherfuckers, shut the fuck up with your silence. There's somebody who's going through a major financial struggle or hardship, and I feel like they see you as having these flowers and gifts and being supported, and they feel like they're not supported, and they're starting to have to face the fact that if things are going well for you, there's no amount of interference that they can cause to stop that, and that if things are going well for you and it's going bad for them, then they're probably the motherfucking problem. Because they won't let go of the past. They keep focusing on what was lost or what they feel like they lost. They're upset that you're dating, or they're upset that you're attractive. They're upset that people are paying attention to you. They're upset that the opposite is happening for you than what's happening for them. They wanted you to be in this chaotic situation where your job was lost, or your business failed, or that you had financial difficulties and that people didn't receive you well. They wanted everything to crumble in your life, but that's that 5 of Swords. That's how the 5 of Swords will get you fucked up. Is when you want, if your intentions are bad and you want everything to be bad for someone else, that's how you're going to end up looking stupid. What's stubborn, infatuation, and snooping? That's how you're going to end up looking dumb. The Sun card. Wow. Like, there's something about you that makes this person happy, I guess. I don't fucking know. They're looking at your social media and seeing that you're happy. They're obsessed. 2 Two of Wands, Sun card, Tower card, Leo energy, Scorpio energy. Maybe even Aries energy, but there's like a decision here that I feel like you're making, or this person is choosing to look you up online and like be upset every time they see you happy. Like they're torturing themselves. They are torturing themselves. Aries, yep. Scorpio or Leo, they're torturing themselves. There could be another Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn who is feeling this energy of lack or feeling that they lost you in some way. Feels like strong Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Strong Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, possibly Virgo, Capricorn, that's feeling this loss of you, or feeling like they wanted you to be in that position of lack. Also, again, Libra, Virgo, Aquarius. Yeah, Libra, Jesus. Libra, Virgo, Aquarius. Anyway, let's get some advice. Somebody's torturing themselves. They're looking at you in the spotlight or what you've created. I feel like this is in the future, though. I feel like I'm projecting further into the future. But yeah, we saw the Star card twice. We have the Two of Wands out here twice. It's just a lot. It's like this is the dynamic. You're making decisions from a place of hope. They're making decisions from a place of hopelessness. So they're doing frivolous things, YOLO things, FOMO things that are going to end up backfiring because the intention behind their choices or the influence behind their decisions is from a shallow, hollow, hopeless place. That's why Spirit has been encouraging you guys to remain positive about the things that you're meant to do in your life and just do it. What's the advice for Pisces? Okay. Love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burdening for you. Saying no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people is a real act of self-love. And then if you want to be more successful in life, your priority should be to focus your mindset on all that you want to attract into your life, feminine energy. Trust that more is happening than what you can see. Many forces are at work in your favor. Allow them to help you. So yeah, I'm telling you, right now things may look hopeless, but they're going to shift very soon. And it's important for you now to say no to things that you feel like you need to say no to. Because if you say yes, that's going to influence this Wheel of Fortune, and you don't want to be on the wrong side of the fucking tracks. Focus on what is a priority and what's most important to you that you know you should be focusing on, and allow the forces of nature and spirit to move behind the scenes to support that and to help facilitate the manifestation of whatever your actions are creating. Okay. Don't be afraid to say I love you or thank you to those who deserve to hear it. I love you guys, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. Period. Don't be scared of embarrassing yourself or appearing soppy. You will never regret a heartfelt I love you or a message of appreciation. You will only ever regret not saying it. So no matter how negative someone is being towards you, I feel like a lot of you guys are counteracting that negativity that someone is trying to project onto you with positivity. Even if it's not towards them, it's towards other people outside of you. So as you absorb subsequently, subconsciously, this negative energy that people are projecting to you, you transmute it, you put it into the furnace, and you push out positivity instead. If people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than a result of your actions. Right. It's they torturing themselves. It's their motherfucking problem, bitch. I said what I said. Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Please consider donating. Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle is below. Book your reading. Leave me a comment. Okay? Anything you need to know is below, Pisces. I love you guys. And remember, this is our Circle Booze. Bye.